Now you may be wondering, why haven't we touched stance yet? Isn't that pretty foundational? Well, stance is very foundational, but I'll tell you what, for a lot of practical shooting, we want stance to be taught very intuitively, because in some disciplines, very precise foot placement has a lot of value. Very precise foot placement and high power or bullseye shooting and such gives you a natural alignment of your hips so you can really dial in. But for a lot of practical shooting, speed shooting, or even sport shooting like IPSC and IDPA, where you have acceptable accuracy zones and speed's a big factor, we don't want to focus too much on foot placement. So let's go ahead and give you a 10-second way to get in a good stance. If we're playing basketball and I'm going to your right or to your left, all right, and you're just playing defense and have to guard me, all right, if you get in that low position, you know, left, right, and boom, you stop. All right, stop and freeze, you're going to be in a pretty good stance. Objectives of stance are that you don't get rocked backwards, all right, from the recoil, and you're in good shooting positions to get in and out of shooting positions. So a real simple athletic movement, like moving into a position and freezing, is a pretty good stance. Because if we think about it, we have about 180 degrees of rotation independent of our foot placement. Our feet can be in different locations, but as long as you're in that athletic position, then you've got knees bent, your nose over toes, you generally have a lumbar arch. All these mechanics come into line, and they are not only sufficient, but they're actually desirable for the objectives of stance, which is movement in and out of positions and no getting rocked back during a recoil impulse. So go ahead and play with that a bit. Go and self-examine somewhat. I guess one tip on stance I like to do is once I get in a stance, all right, wherever my feet are, I don't waste time adjusting my feet. If I get in a stance and I'm going to shoot at a target very quickly, I'll put a little bit of awareness in my breastplate. So I'll kind of align my breastplate, because you can see between your knees, hips, and thoracics, you can align your breastplate in a lot of positions, and that's my start of my foundation, my upper turret foundation, to align that pistol on the target.